Hey everyone, thanks for joining me for this tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create a hero image for your website. A hero image can make a really nice landing page for your website with an image in the background, like the one on the Cryptic Languages website. But first, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell button so you never miss a new video. To start off, we're going to create a landing page with a large image that pops up first. To do this, you should generally pick an image that is wider than it is taller, so it doesn't look too blurry when it is stretched across the screen. First, you're going to open your CSS file. Just to let you know, I cleared all the text that we added last time so that my page is blank, just so it's easier to see what the hero image looks like. Once you get to the CSS file, we're going to create a class that specifies what the image on the landing page should look like. I'm just going to create a class called HeroImage and then put curly brackets after it. Once you've done that, we're just going to add a piece of code to the HTML file so we can keep track of our image as it appears on the browser. We can then go back to the CSS file to start styling the web page. The first component we're going to put between the brackets is as follows. Add the name of the image you would like as the landing page in between the brackets. This piece of code just tells the computer what image to use as the background image. Next, we're going to add the width and the height so the computer knows how big to make the image. For the width, add 100 VW and for the height, add 100 VH. The VW means viewport width and the VH means viewport height. This tells the computer or whatever device you're using that this image needs to cover the full screen and makes the website more reactive if you're using a smaller device. As you can see, when we refresh the image, it doesn't actually cover the full screen. I just wanted to show you this to let you know that the reason it doesn't cover the full screen is because the body of the website actually has a default margin. Remember, the body is the part of the website where any content is included, so this image is a part of the body. To make this image cover the full screen, we need to set the body to have no margin. As you can see, the picture now covers the whole page. After that, we're just going to center the image. As you can see, it focuses the image so it's not only one portion of the image that's being stretched across the screen. Next, we're going to add this. This prevents the image from repeating itself across the page in an attempt to cover it. Now, we'll add this piece of code. This just tells the computer that the image should cover the screen. Finally, we're going to add another piece of code. This means that the position of the object, which is the image, won't affect the position of other objects around it, which we'll add later. Now, we've finished styling our background image. We can start to add text on top of the image. To do this, we're going to create another class called HeroText. We're going to add a div class to the HTML file as well. In the hero text, between the curly brackets, we're going to add text alignment. This is pretty self-explanatory, but it basically just puts the text in the center. Next, we're going to make the position of the text absolute. This means that the text will be able to be overlaid on top of the image, whereas it wouldn't have been if the position was relative like the image's position is. Position relative is not able to affect the layout of the surrounding objects, whereas position absolute is, and the text can affect the image by being placed on top of it. After that, we're going to add top and left at 50%. This tells the computer where on the picture to place the text, which should be in the middle at 50% in. Next, we'll add the transform feature, which will also help with placement. It covers the two other sides that need to be 50% inwards to make the text appear in the center. Finally, we'll modify the text color to make it white, so it appears clearer on the image. If your image is bright, you can try using a black or a darker gray color for the text, or if it still doesn't look great, you can darken the image. To do this, go back to the first line of code under the Hero Image class and place the following piece of code before the URL piece. As you can see, the image got darker. To add text on top of the hero image, you can start typing your heading or paragraph here. As you can see, the text appears in the center. Now we've completed our hero image and hero text. In the next tutorial, I'll cover some more ways to style images, such as creating image galleries or other ways. However, this is all for this tutorial. Thanks for joining me, and check out the next tutorial to learn more.